So Veyo was created to really dramatically improve the reliability and accessibility to healthcare for people, especially for lower income folks and elderly folks that can often have big transportation challenges with trying to get to their healthcare appointments reliably. And what we see is actually statistically about 3.6 million Americans miss or delay healthcare every year specifically because of transportation issues.
Right.
Think about what that costs our healthcare system and how it impacts people's lives. People's healthcare problems can become much more complex and eventually much more expensive and much more difficult to treat. There's studies out there that suggest that $1 spent in what we call NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation,
yes,
can return $12 in healthcare savings. But the challenge has been that even though the government spend $5 billion a year on this benefit, it's actually had really sloppy outcomes. So still we see tons of reports of drivers that show up late or don't show up at all. People get stranded, miss their appointment anyway, or get stranded after their appointment. So part of what Veyo's created is a technology system, a platform that can track thousands and thousands of trips every day for the healthcare industry. And we also operate the first rideshare network that was created specifically for healthcare. So all of our drivers in our network are specifically trained on first aid, CPR, patient sensitivity, how to help people from different cultural and linguistic backgrounds, people with intellectual disabilities. They're thoroughly drug tested. They meet all the healthcare standards. They're trained on HIPAA and patient privacy laws. And they also know how to help these people. A lot of times these folks might need help from the front door into the car or when they get to their appointment.
So this isn't just curb to curb, this can be door to door?
It is door to door as well, yeah. Veyo's job is, we are a broker for this transportation services.
Yeah.
Our customers are large health insurance plans or state agencies that need to serve the Medicaid population.
Right.
So they basically come to us and say, look, we have 200,000 members or 300,000 members. This is their broad array of needs. This is the geographies they live in. Help us manage and move this population.
Right.
And we have a network that's made up of specialized healthcare rideshare drivers that meet our standards.
Right.
And they use our mobile apps to log in the system and receive trip requests.
Right.
We also work with large commercial fleets that help us deliver specialized services like wheelchair accessible, bariatric, stretcher services.
Right.
We build this huge network of vehicles in various states. And we take reservations by phone, by web portal, by mobile app, and we manage thousands and thousands of trips per day on behalf of these large healthcare entities.
God, how good are you at doing this? I mean, what are you measuring and how good are you compared to the industry?
Our ambition is to track every trip by GPS,
right,
to monitor the progress, to detect a trip if it's late before it happens, to help keep the passenger informed about where the driver is, to reroute another vehicle when one vehicle is not going to be able to make it on time, and to really make sure that every trip is getting picked up on time, that we can see where the vehicles are, where they say they are, when they're supposed to be, and dropping people off at the right time. The traditional industry, typically has about an hour to respond to a return trip. When you finish your dialysis or you finish your doctor's appointment, patients could wait up to an hour, sometimes longer, to get picked up. Right. So, our response time, rather than the typical hour industry, we respond in 9 to 11 minutes.
A tenth of the time.
Right. And,
wow.
And our on-time rate with the traditional industry is about 90% on time.
Right.
We're generally about 99.5% on time.
99.5, almost 100%.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. And we also see, our grievance rate or our complaint rate is much lower. 1% is a standard complaint rate in the industry.
Right.
Our complaint rate is about 0.1%.
1/10.
Right. So we've actually already saved in direct transportation costs with our current customers. We've already saved the industry about $7 million a year in direct transportation costs.
Wow.
So I think that they see this as an opportunity to improve lives, to save taxpayer money, to help our healthcare system advance further.